So today we will host a meeting about the Chechen language with Latin alphabet. Many people ask us, why don't you use Latin alphabet doing your Instagram post? Well, we will try to answer this question during this meeting. Donc bonjour à tous, aujourd'hui on va parler du tchétchène avec l'alphabet latin. Beaucoup de gens en fait nous ont demandé pourquoi vous n'utilisez pas l'alphabet latin dans vos posts Instagram, etc. On va répondre à cette question pendant ce meeting. So to understand the Chechen language journey, let's take a look at the history. Since the 16th century, Chechen used to be written with Arabic alphabet. In 1990, Chechnya has been under the North Caucasus Emirates and the Mountainous Republic of Northern Caucasus. So at this time, I believe they still used Arabic alphabet. Then in 1922, Chechen Autonomous Region has been established. In 1934, Chechnya has been under Soviet Socialist Republic and it was created the Chechen and Ingush Autonomous Region. Then in 1991, there was the collapse of the Soviet Union and Johar Dudayev at this time was the leader and proclaimed Chechnya independent of Russia. Then we had the first war in 1994 and the second in 1999, where finally Russia captures Grozny and appoints Ahmed Kadyrov head of the administration in Chechnya.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to 1934. At this time, in 1934, in Chechnya, there is something called Likbez started. It's when Russia wanted to educate people, let them read and write in Russian. Since a lot of Chechens lived in mountains, most of them lived in mountains, in villages. They didn't know how to read and write. My grandmother didn't know how to read and write. So they had to educate them with this promotion called Likbez, Likvidatsiya безграмотности. So this is the time when Soviet Union really focused on Chechens. They really wanted to educate them in 1934, and it was prolonged process.
Right. Donc, pour comprendre l'histoire de la langue tchétchène, il faut regarder un petit peu l'histoire de la Tchétchénie et les différentes autorités sous lesquelles elle a été. Alors, à partir du XVIe siècle, dès que l'islam s'est répandu, c'est l'alphabet arabe qui a été utilisé en Tchétchénie. En 1919, la Tchétchénie a été sous les Émirats du Caucase du Nord et la République montagneuse du Caucase du Nord. Donc, c'était deux républiques indépendantes de la Russie, mais quand même assez liées, on va le voir après. En 1922, il y a eu la création de la région autonome tchétchène. En 1934, la République socialiste soviétique autonome tchétchène-ingouche. Donc, à cette période, c'est la période où on a basculé sur l'alphabet cyrillique. Les Russes voulaient absolument alphabétiser la population et avec l'alphabet cyrillique pour qu'il fasse partie de l'URSS. En 1991, on a eu l'effondrement de l'URSS et Djurad Dudayev était le leader à ce moment-là et proclame la Tchétchénie indépendante de la Russie. Et en 2000, donc il y a eu la première guerre en 1994, la deuxième en 1999 et en 2000, la Russie prend Grozny et nomme Ahmed Kadyrov chef de l'administration en Tchétchénie. So here is a timeline about what happened with the Chechen language during this last century, because it has been under so many different authorities. So yeah, during the 16th century, Arabic alphabet was used. While Islam was spreading in Chechnya, it's this time where Arabic alphabet was adopted. So here is Arabic alphabet. If you want to see more in details, we made already a meeting about Chechen and Arabic alphabet, so you can check it. So here's a book from 1925, a Chechen language book written with Arabic alphabet. Here, if you can read a little bit Arabic, it's written titsk, And here it's written paid, which means a frog and a cat. And here is a banknote of the North Caucasian Emirates. So to be honest, I don't really understand what does it refer to, but we can see it's written in Arabic alphabets. Also a little bit of Russian here. So we can assume that there were already some links with Russia. Donc, pour résumer en français, depuis le XVIe siècle, c'est l'alphabet arabe qui était utilisé en Tchétchénie grâce au fait que l'islam se soit répandu. Donc ici, on a l'alphabet arabe. Si vous voulez le checker plus en détail, vous pouvez aller voir notre ancien meeting. On a fait un meeting sur le tchétchène avec l'alphabet arabe. Donc ici, nous avons un livre de 1925, donc un livre de langue tchétchène. On peut voir, si vous savez lire l'arabe, ici, il y a marqué tsikh et ici, pahid, qui veut dire le chat et la grenouille. Et ici, on a un billet de l'émirat du Caucase du Nord. Donc, on peut voir que c'est écrit en alphabet arabe, mais également en russe. Donc, on pouvait déjà deviner qu'il y avait des liens entre l'émirat du Caucase du Nord et la Russie. Mais pour être honnête, je ne connais pas trop ce lien et l'intérêt de ce billet-là. Quelle était son utilité à l'époque, sachant que les Tchétchènes faisaient énormément de troc finalement à cette époque-là. And then Chechen started using Latin alphabet in 1925. So it was the first Latin alphabet, different from the last one. It was unified with English in 1934 and abolished in 1938. So here what it looks like. So here is a newspaper, Sirlo, which was the old name for Daimok, also called Leninnik at the time. So we can see it was written with Latin alphabet. At this time, Soviet Union tried to push autonomous region to had a really strong identity in order to how can we explain this? Try to take them into Soviet Union, right?
They wanted to kind of educate people, make sure that they follow the rules of Soviet Union, but at the same time keep their identity. It's like it was never prohibited for Chechens to speak their language, but at this time, really, they were forcing them to learn the Russian language, to follow their idea.
Exactly. Donc, en 1925, l'alphabet latin est adopté. Donc, c'est le premier alphabet latin, puisqu'il y en aura un deuxième plus tard. Donc, on peut voir ici le journal Cirro, qui, en fait, utilise l'alphabet latin. Donc, à ce moment-là, c'était... Disons que l'URSS essayait de pousser les Tchétchènes à être éduqués, à apprendre, à utiliser leur langue surtout, pour pouvoir les faire rentrer dans l'URSS plus facilement, mais aussi les éduquer aux Russes en tout cas. So later on, in 1938, Cyrillic alphabet was used during the Soviet Union. And when the Soviet Union collapsed, they wanted to come back to Latin alphabets. So different from the first one, they tried to design an alphabet that would suit as well as possible the language. So after the declaration of independence of the Chechen Republic, the Chechen language was declared a state language. A proposal was immediately made to revert to the Latin script. So first of all, for a matter of simplicity, because Chechen language wasn't much spoken during USSR, so most speakers knew its Latin script. And also for a matter of identity, because there was the post-independence ideal that they did not want to share anything in common with Russia. So having a different alphabet was part of the independence. And after numerous meetings, TV appearances, discussion, and teacher conference, This proposal of Latin alphabet received some support, but there were two objections. First, it was keeping the the Cyrillic alphabet, that was used during USSR, and it was supported by part of intelligentsia, wishing to keep this alphabet. And some others wanted to come back to Arabic alphabets that was introduced at the same time as Islam. But they also wanted to have this Latin alphabet and the Arabic as well. So they therefore adopted the Latin alphabet, but the official decree introducing the definitive alphabet was never published. Donc, pour vous faire un résumé en français, à partir de 1938, c'est le cyrillique qui a été utilisé pendant l'Union soviétique, mais à la fin de l'Union soviétique, on a utilisé l'alphabet latin. Donc, il était différent de celui de 1925 et il a été dessiné pour répondre au mieux aux besoins de la langue tchétchène. Donc, après la déclaration d'indépendance de la République tchétchène, la langue tchétchène a été déclarée langue d'État. Une proposition fut aussitôt faite pour revenir à l'écriture latine, déjà pour une question de simplicité, parce que la langue tchétchène était très peu pratiquée lors de l'URSS, donc la plupart des locuteurs connaissaient son écriture latine, mais aussi pour une question d'identité, parce qu'il y avait cette idée post-indépendance de ne rien vouloir en commun avec la Russie. Et après de nombreuses réunions, apparitions TV, discussions dans les journaux et conférences de professeurs, la proposition pour l'alphabet latin a reçu un soutien. Il y avait deux oppositions. La première, c'était ceux qui voulaient rester à l'alphabet cyrillique qui a été utilisé pendant l'URSS et c'était appuyé par une partie de l'intelligentsia qui souhaitait conserver cet alphabet. Et ensuite, l'alphabet arabe, c'était une deuxième proposition, donc surtout les locuteurs de Jordanie, par exemple, ils voulaient garder l'alphabet latin, mais introduire également l'alphabet arabe. Finalement, le Parlement a adopté l'alphabet latin, mais le décret officiel n'a jamais été publié. So here, the Latin alphabet of 1992, how it was. So we can see it was different from the first one, especially those r, j, r here. And here are some banknotes that were made during independence. So we can see it's also written in Latin alphabet. Donc voici l'alphabet de 92. On peut voir qu'il y a des sons qui sont écrits différemment que le premier alphabet. Et ici, nous avons des billets qui ont été créés pendant l'indépendance et on peut voir dessus que c'est écrit en alphabet latin. Donc c'était vraiment, ils voulaient vraiment utiliser cet alphabet.
Oh, okay. Rayan, I will speak in English right now, and then you can speak
No
in
problem.
French.
Go ahead.
So here on this page, we have Zulay Hamidova. Zulay Hamidova is still successfully working in language field, and her focus is Chechen language and literature. She lives in Moscow, and she's the one. Why we wrote her up here and why we post her picture here is because she was the one who helped um, to develop the Latin-based alphabet, Chechen alphabet, in 1992. She was the leader of the team where she created that Latin-based alphabet for Chechen language. Now, her Instagram is right here, but one thing we wanted to teach today, just like we wanted you to leave this meeting with something for you to use or something to, know something new. In Russian, we always have last name ending with ov or va in Chechnya, right? Like, for instance, me, Garchkhanova, Hamidova, Zulay Hamidovna. Hamidova is last name, Zulay is her first name, and Hamidovna is her father's name. But we have the Chechen way to write the names, and this is like officially accepted, the Chechen, like true Chechen way to write your name. Basically, is this is how her full name would sound in Chechen: Bachin Humidan Yua Zulay. So basically, father's last name would be ending with in or I. Um, and then Humid is her father's first name. And Yua means daughter. If it's a boy, it can be son or boy. Zulay is her first name. Here are some more examples how you can write names in Chechen way. Mahmudov Sultan Ahmedovich, Mahmudin Ahmadin wa Swalt. That would be wa in this case means son. Of course, we know that Ant is a widely accepted word for son, but when you write names, I don't know why it's used wa mostly. You still can use Ant definitely, but this is my name. Garchkhanova Kheda Shamkhanovna is a Russian way to write my name, but the true Chechen way is Garchkhani Shamkhan Yua Khed.
Ok, alors je vais résumer en français. Ici, nous avons Zulay Hamidova. Pourquoi on l'a mise ici? Parce que c'est... Alors déjà, elle est toujours dans la langue tchétchène, elle publie des livres, donc allez voir ce qu'elle fait, elle fait vraiment un travail incroyable. Et Zulay Hamidova a en fait travaillé sur ce projet de développer l'alphabet latin pour le tchétchène. Donc, vous pouvez la suivre sur Instagram et voir ses publications à propos de la langue tchétchène. C'est très intéressant. Donc, voici son nom, Hamidova Zulay Hamidovna. Et en fait, donc ça, c'est son nom, disons, en russe. Mais en tchétchène, on utilise une différente façon d'écrire le nom. Donc, son nom en tchétchène serait Bachinho Midanyo Zulay, qui serait du coup le nom de son père, le nom de famille de son père, le prénom de son père, Yor veut dire fille, et Zulay, son prénom. Si ça aurait été un garçon, ça aurait été Wa, écrit comme ça. Aussi, on a vu utiliser Kant, mais on préfère utiliser Wa. En tout cas, c'est ce qui est accepté officiellement. Khed, do you want to add something?
Just can we go back to the page where it talks about this Chechen script changing? We just want to kind of go over and summarize, and then we will go to the questions. We have one or two questions in the chat. So this is, I just wanted to summarize. So as you see, in 16th century, it was Arabic script accepted, and then 1925, it started using Latin. 1938, Cyrillics. 1992, a new Latin developed by Zulay Hamidova, and finally Cyrillics that we still use. Now, let's first listen to questions. I see Jordan raising his hand.
Well, I can ask later, so it's okay. You can continue.
Oh, I think I just finished. I was just
Oh,
summarizing.
well, I don't know. I think somebody else was before me though. I think Fida asked a question before me. Sorry, I'm just trying to be polite.
Fine, don't worry. It's fine, don't worry. Now, I said, who's the lady on the $20 bill?
Okay, Ryan, can you go to the bill page where we had money and stuff?
Yes. Actually, I can share all the banknotes because I have all of them. I can share it in the presentation that we will post on Canvas. We don't know who's the lady. She has a short, right?
Oh, wow. Okay,
Whoa.
interesting.
What
Man,
is
she's tough.
what is short in English?
Shout.
Huh.
In English, sword.
Sword, yeah. She has a
Or
sword.
dagger.
A dagger. We don't really see. Even this old man, I really like this one. I think it's really cool. And what I like also was this one because we can see it's a kind of oil basement, and actually the University of Grozny, oil studies related University of Grozny was the first in the world. And so they had really good studies about oil and how to use it and how to in general. But yeah.
So yeah, it's a very interesting question. It's first time I'm seeing the banknote with $20, $20 obviously 20 rubles, I guess. So with the girl on, I don't know who she is, or maybe she's just random picture or someone from the history? It's a good question, and we can definitely dig into this. And I wish we could find
There's actually